Now that is the reason Jesus has to come. Let me tell you something again. Abraham's children through Keturah, they worship on Thursdays. Yeah. Abraham's children through Hagar worship on Fridays. Abraham's children through Sarah worship on Saturdays. And he is also son of Abraham. Who? Christ Jesus. Children of Abraham through Christ Jesus worship on Sunday. That is only the matter. Nothing more. You have to be child of Abraham or son of Abraham or daughters of Abraham through Christ Jesus. That's God's word. That's the reason he came to this world. Move everybody into one family. So we are all from one family belongs to. Now, on his way, Jesus' way, and Jesus traveling along the border between Samaria and Galilee, and he was going into a village, 10 men who had leprosy met him. They stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, Jesus, Master, you have pity on us. When he saw them, he said, go and show yourself to the priest. And as they went, they were cleansed. As they went, they were cleansed. You see an obedience part of that over there.
Right.
There were many, 10 lepers came to the Lord and shouting and asking help. And he commanded or he ordered and said, you do this. And we don't know the next, the verse we read, you might say, see, Jesus said there were 10. This is the only one been healed.
That's right.
We exactly do not know all 10 been healed, or this is the only one, but assume if all 10 were healed, but the one came is a Samaritan. That means the other 9 will be Hebrews. They didn't come back, or they did not obey the Lord's command. They did not went back to the priest and show him. So they did not cleanse. We don't know exactly what happened. If they obeyed, they went back, saw the priest, cleansed, then they didn't come back, they were Hebrews anyway. Because that was it. The other one was who?
Samaritan.
Samaritan. In that time we had only Hebrews and Samaritan, or Jew or Samaritan. That was the time. And once the situation is too bad, we hear these all messages, we study the Bible, but we don't obey. We don't take it into our life, we just read, boom. We hear all these seminars and conferences and preaching and good teaching, we think it's going to change. It's not going to change. That's what Jesus was saying. Then Jesus moved, and there were many in Israel with leprosy in the time of Elisha, the prophet, yet not one of them cleansed. Only Naaman the Syrian. The foreigner Naaman, you know the story of Naaman. The foreigner Naaman came to Elisha. There were many lepers. No one didn't bother to go and see him or obey. And here a man from another country came here with a need. And he heard about him. How? There was a slave girl ministered to his wife, and she went and told him. But he did not come directly to this prophet. The little girl told, if my master go and see the prophet, he will be healed. But what happened, this big Naaman, the general, did not come directly to the pastor, but went to the king. So, he didn't have even the opportunity to see the pastor. He just said, go and dip 7 times. You don't need to even see me. Just go, obey. But first he was not willing to obey. because water was not very clean in this area. In Samaria, Syria was very developed nation in that time. So they had a nice river in Damascus. Jordan was not that clean river. So why should I have to come and dip here in this Jordan, river Jordan? Why can't I take that baptism in Damascus? He had little problems, but one of his servants came. Pastor, do it. It's a simple thing. Why are you making this big deal out of this all? Let us go and do it. He just moved. But once he obeyed, what happened? Then Naaman and all his attendants walked back to the man of God. He stood before him and said, now he came face to face. He came and stood before. Now I know that there is a God in entire world in Israel. There is no other gods anywhere in the world. I believe that now. It is proved there is only one God, living God, only in Israel.
That's right.
Now, if he came before, if the prophet came out, things won't work that way. First you obey, you go and experience. Now you're going to come back with the testimony. And he came back with a testimony, and with that, send me $1,000, I will heal you. Send me $500, I send you the oil, virgin olive oil. That's what we hear every day, huh?
Yep.
It's a culture we're going. Let us go back to this culture. That's the reason I'm preaching from here. Let us go back to the culture where God brought His people from the wilderness. We need to get back there. Hear this man standing and multi-million-dollar worth of diamond, gold, silver, and offering to him. Please take something. Please take something from me. Please.
That's right.
Here you don't need to sit down and ask, send me $1,000, you heal, but you're already dead. The person, you get a letter also from somebody, send me, I'm praying for you from last 10 years and you send me this much money, you will get healed. But that person is already in the cover. But still mail come. Huh? But here he say, this man says, please accept now a gift from your servant. Now your servant, if you are his servant, why you went to the king first? Why you didn't come to him now, to him direct? But now he is a servant. Okay, the prophet answered, as surely as the Lord lives, whom I serve, I will not accept a thing. I will not accept a thing. And even though Naaman urged him, he refused. Sometimes people ask me why so many lepers in India. You probably seen on read, I say, once India is evangelized, the rest of the world is easy. Sometimes it looks like a very funny thing. When you go through the Bible, when you follow this all, the Old Testament, the way I'm taking, you will see that. Why this many lepers in India? Why there were 9 Jews and only 1 Samaritan? It's a leper. Why there are so many lepers in Israel during Elisha's time? So why this leprosy is following a group of people?
Why? That's right. That's right.
We need to look into that.
That's right. That's right.
And now it come to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. You may read many different names, but this is the real pronunciation, King Ahasuerus. Is it? You say Cyrus?
Cyrus.
This is, yeah, there's a lot of different, but the correct pronunciation is Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus.